Welcome back, guys. I hope you're having a great time. So, as usual, you know what I do here. I basically bring you guys updates relating to Nigerian Super Eagles, NFF, and everything in between. And from the last video, we obviously shared and talked about Eric Chile being the man that NFF has now named, even though that they've not officially announced it themselves, via their media personnel. But again, this is something that's almost certain right now. It's just a matter of time for them to announce it. And from the look of things, they plan to announce it next week, as I mentioned in the last video. So we're going to have to wait for them to officially announce it, and then we can now call it official. But again, there is one man that was also shortlisted as one of the coaches that NFF actually considered very much, before they selected Eric Chile. And this man is Steve McLaren. He was previously working with Eric Ten Hag in Manchester United dugout. So the report is that Steve McLaren has now been employed by the Jamaican national team as their new head coach, even though the man was one of the front runners for the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach job, but not exactly the favorite. Of course, we talked about it a number of times. Eric Schiller is the favorite, and then the next person is Tom Senfeld. So Steve McLaren obviously knows that he is probably the third choice. If these two people don't work out, that's when NFF were going to look at him. So Steve McLaren probably already knew that he was not going to get the Nigerian Super Eagles job, which is why he has now accepted the role to be the coach of the Jamaican side. It's quite a big role for him because Jamaica are also struggling to qualify for the FIFA 2026 World Cup, as they are currently playing their qualifiers. So this is the major purpose for the Jamaican FA to actually employ Steve McLaren, right now to be their next coach. So to that effect, Steve McLaren has reportedly now quit his job at Manchester United so that he can join the Jamaican national team as their head coach. Again, this new development obviously points us to the fact that, okay, this is already true. We don't even need NFF to actually announce it. It's all being pointed towards the fact that Eric Chile is definitely the person. Because if Steve McLaren is not in the picture, the other two guys that remain on the list is Eric Chile and Tom Senfeld. And as I've said several times, Eric Chile is considered the top priority over Tom Senfeld in the NFF's eyes. So this is crystal clear now. But again, NFF are taking all the time in the world to actually announce this one publicly. I don't know what they are waiting for. They seem to be very lazy at making decisions. And also, in the end, we also find out that they end up making bad decisions that will not really favor the national team very much. But we hope that they are going to announce it soon. And obviously, this man can start his job immediately, with the Nigerian Super Eagles. But moving forward away from that, just let me let you know that a former Nigerian Super Eagles striker, Victor Ezeji, has now blasted NFF for two reasons. Firstly, for actually allowing Coach Joseph Posero to leave and not finish the remaining FIFA qualifiers games for us before he left. And secondly, for firing Coach Finidi, or for frustrating Coach Finidi so much that he had to resign from the job. So this man is criticizing NFF for these two reasons. But he also has advice for NFF if they are going to listen to him, so that they don't continue making the same mistakes that we've seen repeatedly through Coach Joseph Posero and then Finidi and all of that. The whole instability and how it has rubbed off badly on Nigerian Super Eagles' chances of qualifying for the World Cup. This man, Victor Ezeji, for some of us who may not know him very much, let me just give a brief backstory about him. He is considered the longest playing striker in the Nigerian Football League. And he's actually played for Enyimba, and he won the CAF Champions League twice with Enyimba Football Club of Aba. So this man is, of course, someone who is easily considered a legend of the game in the Nigerian NPFL League, which gives him the right or the authority to actually advise NFF in terms of footballing matters. So with that brief intro about Victor Ezeji, let me just read out to you what he has now. The one is that he has actually now given NFF ahead of the appointment of this new coach. So Victor says, I believe the NFF made a poor decision by letting go of Finidi. It seems we often undermine our own. Jose Pesero, who also left, faced challenges, but he should have been allowed to complete the qualification process. If we fail to qualify, we would know who to hold accountable. And then Victor further said, now we are seeing the same delay in appointing a new coach as we did with Pesero's departure. Over a month has passed, and there is an expectation for a new coach to work miracles. I personally think the NFF is the main issue here. The decision to let Finidi go was a grave mistake. This is what Victor has now told NFF. In a nutshell, Victor is actually telling NFF that they are the reason why Nigerian Super Eagles is suffering the way it's suffering at this moment because of their incompetencies, lack of competent decision making, slow to making decisions. Every single area that they've actually acted, they have fallen short. So his advice to NFF right now is that, with the new coach's appointment, that they should try and exercise patience with this coach, whether it's Eric Schille or Tom Senfeld, that they should try and exercise patience with these coaches and allow them some time to actually do their jobs properly. This is what he said was NFF's fault when they had to fire Pesero and not allowing him to finish the qualification series for the World Cup 2025, and then also employing a new coach in Coach Finidi and also not giving him enough time and space to actually implement his plans for the team. So he's saying that they should be very careful and allow the next coach enough time to really stamp his philosophy in the team. He says that's the only way that the Nigerian Super Eagles can actually start getting results in the future. But moving away from that, just guys, let me let you know that Daga of the NPFL Football Club FC1 Rockets has now officially moved to Molde, which is a club side in Norway. The 17-year-old combative midfielder reportedly signed a pre-contract with this Norwegian club side because he is not yet up to a legal age. And the report is that in January, when he's going to complete 18 years old, he's going to pen a professional contract with Molde. This guy is a very combative, very talented defensive midfielder. Of course, we know him from the under-20, the WAFU under-20 competition that they actually crashed, with Ladamboso and all of that. Ladamboso has now vacated the job. I'm sure you probably know that, or maybe not. And the NFF are currently even looking for a job. They've now put that position, that's the under-20 coaching position, in the market, and are currently receiving applications from coaches across the globe for a chance to be the head coach of the Nigerian under-20 national team. But again, back to Daga, he played with Enyimba. He actually was on loan at Enyimba, last season from FC1 Rocket. But the report is that this deal has now been finalized, and FC1 Rockets, being a parent club, are set to walk away with over 260 million naira, which is the reported transfer fee for the man's move to Molde. So that will be all for this video. Thank you guys for stopping by to watch this one. Don't forget to follow Football Stories on Facebook and then on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you are just finding me for the first time, and then leave a like for this video and also share the video. Take care of yourselves till I catch you in my next video.